Hi there, and welcome to Apple World currently. Beyonce and Kelly Rowland are getting into a chaotic fight. Kelly has been on a press visit briefly now to advance her impending film Mea CUlpa with Tyler Perry, yet she is weary of individuals continually discussing Beyonce while they're meeting her. While she at last had sufficient on the Today Show 2 or 3 days prior and strolled off set, since they wouldn't quit discussing Beyonce, and word on the roads is that Beyonce felt like Kelly was being obscure by strolling off and declining to discuss her. Well, the roads are saying that Beyonce is currently tossing some shade at Kelly, blaming her for being envious and attempting to utilize her name to make show to advance her new film. Better believe it, you all, seems as though the chicks are battling and things don't look great between these two. Is Beyonce genuinely attempting to take Kelly's sparkle? Kelly left the show not due to a changing area, but since of the scrutinizing that she encountered. Teared from Savannah Guthrie during a prior interview, Savannah demanded getting some information about Beyonce and the new Down Home collection. So word on the road, Kelly has her marketing experts say to whoever is meeting her, "Don't get some information about Beyonce, don't get some information about Fate's youngster or a gathering, okay?" So it seems as though there is some kind of pressure happening among Beyonce and Kelly Rowland on the grounds that insiders are presently blaming Beyonce for supposedly tossing shade at Kelly and blaming her for being envious of her prosperity currently. I'm not going to lie, I don't have a clue on the grounds that Beyonce and Kelly are essentially sisters. Yes, we realize they don't have similar guardians or whatever, yet Kelly herself has conceded that she is basically raised by Beyonce's mother, Miss Tina Knowles, and Kelly joined Predetermination's kid in the mid-90s. And in 1992, she moved in with Beyonce's family since she had an exceptionally muddled life at home as a youngster. No doubt Beyonce and Kelly were best pals, and they grew up like sisters. They even talk the same and sound something similar. However, they're two distinct individuals, you all, and after Predetermination's kid, Down and Out up in 2006, the two of them began doing their own things. Presently, it's a given that Beyonce is the breakout whiz of the gathering. She is the superstar of VIPs, and surprisingly, your favs numero uno are constantly choked to meet her. I mean, there was, in a real sense, a night these celebs holding up in line at the Grammys only for an opportunity to express hello to Beyonce and get an image, and I'm not going to lie, I sort of comprehend the reason why Beyonce don't take off from her home, 'cause everything simply sounds exceptionally unpleasant. However, despite the fact that Beyonce has this achievement, it doesn't detract from the outcome of the other Predetermination's kid individuals, Kelly Rowland or Michelle Williams, either, on the grounds that they're all doing great in our own stuff. They've both had fruitful music professions. However, the issue is that individuals continue to contrast Kelly with Beyonce, which is simply chaotic and superfluous. And in addition to the destined youngster, women have been contrasted with Beyonce on the grounds that even her sister Solange battles with exactly the same thing, also in light of the fact that individuals just really can't allow two sisters to exist without the examinations in her tune inherent name. Solange focused on how the examinations caused her to feel, saying, "I'm not becoming assumptions, I'm not her and never will be." Two young ladies scattering, going towards a similar cosmic system. Let my starlight gleam on its own. No, I'm not my sister, I'm simply my inherent name, like Solange. Kelly, as a matter of fact, has likewise focused on how she feels about being contrasted with Beyonce. And she spoke the truth about her sentiments, uncovering that in the previous days, she had an envious outlook on Beyonce's prosperity after DC disbanded in her tune Filthy Clothing. She said that when you've absorbed your tears for a really long time, they never add up. When you make torment look this great, it never wears out. While my sister was in front of an audience, killing it like a mother, I was rankled, feeling it like a mother F bird in the enclosure. You could never understand what I was managing. I headed out in a different direction, yet I was blissful. She was killing it piece by piece. She was up. I was down. No falsehood. I feel quite a bit better for her. Yet what do I really do now? I fail to remember the records in private. I was going through some BS. Well, at the time, in view of this tune, she felt very desirous of Beyonce's prosperity. And on the off chance that we're being straightforward, who wouldn't say that Beyonce once had a crazy explosion and gleam up after Fate's youngster, and no one had the option to contact her most memorable independent collection? Hazardously Enamored was delivered while she was still important for DC, and it sold in excess of 300,000 duplicates in the main week and appeared at #1 on Bulletin Heart 200. Then again, Kelly's presentation solo collection, Essentially Profound, which was delivered a year prior, Perilously Enamored sold 77,000 duplicates and couldn't arrive at the main 10 of the Board Hot 200, just peeing at number 12 for a presentation solo collection that wasn't terrible once past, say, Drob hazardously infatuated fans quickly began to look at the two ladies. And well, I think you all can sort out how that played, regardless of the past envy. Beyonce and Kelly have stayed close throughout the year to some degree and open. They actually have the energy and to the public eye things seem, by all accounts, to be all around great between them anyway. It appears as though there could in any case be some show happening behind the scenes. On the grounds that the Rhodes are presently expressing that there is supposedly a few strain between the two ladies, since Kelly strolled off the arrangement of the Today Show in light of the fact that the questioners continued to raise Beyonce now. This dramatization went down 2 or 3 days prior yet. At first, there was a ton of falsehood circumventing, like Page 6, who detailed that Kelly, who was reserved to be a co-anchor of the Today Show, left seeming a bit piqued in light of the fact that she could have done without her changing area and it was excessively little. And there were likewise a few cases that Kelly exited past the point of no return since her changing area no longer didn't appear. And on Park, and she left Hoda dashing to view as a substitution. Definitely Page 6, said Kelly, and her group were troubled. They could have done without the changing area, so they chose to pull her off the show, leaving Coda without a visitor half for the 10-0 hour. Rowland was on the show to advance her new Tyler Perry created the Netflix film Mea CUlpa, in which she stars and is likewise a maker. Rowland's unexpected leave left Today insiders puzzled in light of the fact that she's dearest at Today. She was getting the entire hour and Hode is the greatest sort lady on earth. It had neither rhyme nor reason yet. From the manner in which they recounted the story, they sort of portrayed Kelly as a diva who needed to have the best of the best consistently, and everyone expected to move and satisfy her. I won't lie, this was somewhat stunning on the grounds that is not the Kelly we realize. Sure, she better have a few guidelines yet. In the overall long time since she's been in the business, we have never heard one gripe about her being a diva. She ain't no diva, since individuals who have met her generally discuss how she's so sweet and quite kind, so to hear this phony news about her strolling off the set in view of the changing areas was extremely amazing. Yet numerous individuals who dealt with the present show demanded that she lashed out due to the little changing areas, and she demanded that she be changed to a greater and nick her changing area, getting some information about a green room that was higher up and was greater anyway. She was educated that the room was at that point taken by Jennifer Lopez, who had shown up on set sooner than Kelly and was on the show to advance her up-and-coming collection. This is me now and her impending film. The best romantic tale never told. An insider attempted to make sense of why Kelly's changing area was so little, saying changing areas today are known to be probably the littlest in the broadcast business. Essentially, storage rooms aren't pleasant. It's the most established building, and there are significant space restrictions. It's not spectacular. It's not new blossoms, candles, and exquisite cuisine. It's fundamentally a white box. The insider likewise guaranteed that the makers attempted to track down numerous options for Kelly, yet she actually wasn't content with them, and she strolled off the set. Fortunately, Rita Mineral was on set, and was glad to fill in as Kelly's substitution. Now we saw the photos of the changing areas, and they were little and certainly hostile. Yet many individuals felt like sloping wasn't being benevolent, particularly since the makers attempted to track down different choices for her, however hang up. And individuals who spilled the tea about her carrying on in light of the changing area were lying out the side of their neck and attempting to safeguard the show, since Kelly is currently recounting her side of the story. And for reasons unknown, it didn't have anything to do with the changing area. And all that to do with her inclination slighted by an insider. The tale about the changing area was purportedly put out by the group on the Today Show to save face, since they realized they were to blame. The insider said the story was turned that Kelly could have done without her changing area. Yet she has been on the Today Show various times. She and her group realized the changing area arrangement that wouldn't come as a shock at all. Kelly was annoyed about Savannah's forceful addressing about Beyonce. She and her group were disturbed and felt disregarded. Now, for those of you who don't realize, Kelly has a standard ahead of time when she does interviews. She doesn't believe questioners should get me information about Beyonce, and before you all begin calling her a skeptic or any such thing, it's really a very valid justification behind it. You all realize that Beyonce doesn't do meats, so when Kelly goes on shows, they're continuously attempting to inspire her to dish on Beyonce to the place where they disregard Kelly and anything she went on the show to talk with. In advance, in any case, they make everything about Beyonce, and Kelly is sicking tired of that, as it should be presently. She had a similar concurrence with the present show, and everything was placed set up. She was on the show to advance her new show with Tyler Perry, Mea CUlpa. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.